Well, here we are again, another episode, so to speak, of Q Sessions Live on QVC. Welcome, everybody. My name's Carolyn Gracie, and here we are this time around in Rising Sun, Indiana. Where is that? Well, it's right across the Ohio River from Cincinnati, and we're here at the Grand Victoria Casino and Resort, this time to preview for you and celebrate the new album from LeAnn Rimes. This is the first time you're going to be hearing it any place. She's got a new album coming out called Family. She's written all the songs on this one herself for the very first time. This is a young lady who at the age of 25, by the way, she just had a birthday a few weeks ago, who has sold over 37 million records in her short career, so to speak. She started those singing at the age of about 18 months. This is when they first discovered she could sing on pitch. Since then, she's won Grammys. Her first Grammy, she actually won 2 of them at the age of 13, where she was the youngest person ever to win the Grammy for Best New Artist and the first country artist ever to win a Grammy. So she's had an amazing career. She's had a very happy marriage to her love of her life, Dean, for the last almost 6 years. She's a success story both in her personal life and in her professional life, and we're so happy to have her here for the very first time on QVC. So we're going to bring her out in a little while, but let me tell you, here it is. Let me tell you about this new CD, which is awesome. By the way, LeAnn is one of the few artists who is humongous in the country music industry as well as the pop industry. We all love her, and her songs have crossed over to both charts many, many times. She's had an album coming out just about every single year since she started. This is the new one. It's called Family. And again, as I mentioned, we have a special offering for you today, which I think you should know about right off the bat. By the way, dial in for this now because then you won't have to miss any of the show. The item number, F04117. Why should you get it from QVC? Well, first of all, it's not released till October 8th. So you're going to get it here before anybody else can get it. Secondly, if you get it from QVC, we're enclosing a bonus disc, and this is going to be a dual disc version of Family from QVC. It's the only place you can get that. If you go buy this later at your favorite record store, you're just going to get a single disc here. From QVC, for a great price of $18.49, you're going to get both discs. And on that bonus disc, which the record label and LeAnn put together just for us here at QVC, you're going to hear some of her biggest hit songs like Blue and How Do I Live. You're also going to be hearing a Patsy Cline classic, who, by the way, has been one of LeAnn's idols her entire career. We're going to ask her about that. You know, Blue actually was a song originally written for Patsy Cline, which LeAnn has recorded and made a huge hit because Patsy never could record it. So I think that's a really neat story, which we'll be talking about later as well. So all together, for under $19, you get 14 songs on the new CD. You get 5 bonus tracks. So 19 songs altogether for under $19. Not too shabby. Let me kind of take you through some of the songs as we take a look at the little jewel case there. Great picture of her, by the way. She's all grown up and looks fabulous. What do you see how cute she is? But on this one, we're going to have Blue, How Do I Live on the bonus disc, along with Weight of Love, I Fall to Pieces, the Patsy Cline classic, and But I Do Love You. Let's take a listen to some of the songs on the new CD as well.
I can take it overhead, let it out, let's get it over and done away. I don't want to fight anymore. It's every minute, every night is a moment that we could be loving. Lay down me tonight.
The title track, Family, is awesome. You're also going to be hearing her new hit single, which will be released later this month. Actually, you haven't heard any of these songs yet, and this is a rock and country album. It's also got some great ballads on it. And as we mentioned, all of these songs written by LeAnn herself for the very first time, and she's awesome at interpreting other people's songs. This is a chance for you to hear how she is a fabulous songwriter in her own right. And she's drawn from her family, her personal life, her experiences. At the age of 25, she has pretty much done it all. And again, Grammy Awards, Country Music Awards. She's been at the top of the charts, and many of her records are unbelievably successful right out of the box. And of course, we've loved her since the age of 13 when she first came on the scene. But before that, she was singing. I think she had her first album out when she was like 7. And she's been singing and dancing ever since she was a little wee toddler. So she's come a long way. This is a great new CD. And again, for $18 and change, we have 19 songs for you. And let me reiterate again, dual disc right here. This is the only place you can get the double disc, is on QVC. If you wait and get Family later after it's released in October, you'll only find a single disc in this jewel case. We have a special edition for you that you can pick up at QVC, which includes a 5 track bonus CD, which LeAnn has put together, including some of her biggest hits. So, 2 reasons that that's a great idea. First of all, if you are a LeAnn Rimes collector, it's a must-have because you can't get it anywhere else. Second of all, if you love LeAnn, but you don't have all of her other albums already, this is a great way to get her new CD, plus some of her greatest hits all together on one collection. So order it now. She's about ready to take the stage, and we want to make sure that you don't miss any of the show. So here she is to perform her first hit single off the new CD family. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome LeAnn Rimes.
Up there on Peterhatchie Bridge, just a crazy roughneck scout who jumped it first into the water, baptized away my sins. Reached to town at Bobby Joe in town. A couple of lookers, new best friends. We slept in the back of Sunday service. Church ladies, they heard us from smoke money fronting on the road. Mama said out of hands are devil's handiwork, the trouble you'll get into. You got nothing better to do, nothing better to do. You got nothing better to do, got nothing better to do. Oh, yeah. Sign, red baked chips, beer, and ammunition. That slim jim bag boy had to pray. Like my skirt and did the town while the boys were busy walking. He's a point I'm out the back door. Till dark, I had them wrestling for my first kiss, turned into a fight of neighbors. It's been now that time is come. Mama said out of hands are devil's handiwork, the trouble you'll get into. Got nothing better to do, nothing better to do. You got nothing better to do, got nothing.
Nothing Better to Do is the first hit single, which will be released later this month from LeAnn's new album, Family. Come on over here, girl. Hi. Welcome to QVC.
Thank you so
How
much.
are you?
I'm doing really well.
Gosh, it's great to see you. It's about time we had John over here.
Yes, absolutely. This is really great.
So your new album, you wrote all the songs yourself. We're going to talk about all of them.
Yes.
Okay, is that okay? Because I want to hear
Absolutely.
all the
Let's do it.
inspiration on everything. But how have you been other than working hard and...
I've been really good. I'm very happy, and my marriage is great. And oh, thank you. There you go. Marriage is great. Happy, very, very happy. Everything's really, really good. So.
Oh, that's great. And we're going to talk about Dean, too. I'm going to talk about everything, all the good things in your life, because there's so many. It's so refreshing to have this young lady on when you hear about so many other girls your age. They're having so many problems, and it seems like you've got your head together, and that's such a breath of fresh air.
My mom and dad raised me right.
Yeah,
you know?
they sure did. All right, so you're 25 right now, and just had birthday earlier this month.
Yes, I just turned 25.
Happy birthday,
Thank
and
you.
almost married 6 years.
Yes.
Awesome.
I know.
That's
Time
great.
flies.
Now bear with me, because I just want to run down a little timeline of you, because you've done such amazing things, and I know this is like ho-hum, you've heard it a lot, but I just want to remind everybody about you. First of all, at 18 months, you could sing on pitch.
Yeah.
And this is when most kids are just starting to walk, and you're walking around the house singing just right on pitch. That's amazing.
My dad has tapes of me singing when I was about 18 months old, and you couldn't understand a word I was saying when I was speaking, but when I was singing, it was fully, understandable. So
a true talent.
It was my gift.
Wow. Dance lessons at 2. You won your first song and dance competition at 5.
Correct.
And cut your first album at 7 years old.
I was 7, yeah, my first time in the studio.
Oh, okay, I'm going to keep going here. You won Junior Vocalist on Star Search at 8, so you're really like our first Junior American Idol.
I guess so. Something like that.
Something like that. And then you had your first independent label album at 11. I'm going to keep going. Major label recording debut at 13 with Blue, which was huge.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. I still can't believe still all the success that I've had.
8 million copies.
8 million copies of that record. I was so young. I mean, I'm looking back now, at that time, I just figured, this is what I've been working up to all my life. Yeah. But now looking back at 25, I was such a baby.
Well, you're an 8th grader. I mean, most girls at age 13. This was a hit with both country music and pop fans. It was huge. And not only that, you won 2 Grammys for this. Best New Artist, youngest ever.
Yes,
to win Best New Artist Grammy.
Ever.
First country artist ever of any age.
It really was a shock, to be honest.
And you're 13 years old. Now, going on from that, the mega hit "How Do I Live" came out, which really crossed over everywhere. Everybody played that. 200 weeks on the country charts, almost 70 weeks on the Billboard chart. I think that's a record-breaking number of weeks.
It's the longest running single ever on the Billboard chart.
And again, that holds the record. The same year, you won 6 Billboard awards, amazing, including Artist of the Year. Now remember, this girl's still just 14. We're talking about right now. And then you had an album called "You Light Up My Life," inspirational songs. Debuted simultaneously on 3 Billboard charts. That's the first time that ever happened. So having said all that, and then somewhere in 2000 you met Dean and fell in love and got married.
Yes, we got married in 2002.
And then, so up to, and a lot of stuff in between. Now you have a brand new album out called Family.
I do.
So let's talk about that. It probably was interesting, a little different to write everything yourself.
It was so liberating. At this point in my life, at 25, I just felt like there was no other place I could write or make a record from than an incredibly honest, vulnerable place. Yeah. And I co-wrote every single song on this record. This whole album, my husband actually co-wrote 6 songs with me.
Wow.
And then 3 of my very best friends. So between 5 people, this whole album was written, and I'm so proud of it.
I think it's amazing. Now, I think that when you write all the songs yourself, obviously you're drawing from a lot of your own experience. Yes. So is this mostly all about you, or is it about other people in your life? Or
I think, like I said, this is coming from a really honest place within me. So yes, it is a lot about me, but there's also a lot of other experiences from friends and family that I'm drawing from. I mean, family is such a multifaceted word for me. When you grow up with the world as your family, and my real family, we've gone through some very public ups and downs, and then also my extended family is my friends. So it's all about, really, I wanted to make a record from front to back, a thematic record in a way about all of these really honest relationships.
Well, after selling over 37 million records, obviously you've connected with your fans, and this is really going to help us get to know you even better than we ever have.
I think people feel like they know me because they've grown up with me and I've grown up with them, but they only know like the celebrity of what they read. But but I think this is really a great way to get to know me as a human being, as the 25-year-old woman, and not the celebrity that you read about.
Exactly. Well, tell us about "Nothing Better to Do." That's the first single, and that's the one you just sang for us.
It is. I lived in Mississippi till I was 6 years old, and then moved to Texas, and I lived in this tiny town called Pelahatchie, Mississippi. Yeah. And I literally grew up across the street from a shop that sold baked chips, beer, and ammunition. So my husband and Daryl Brown, who's a very good friend of mine, and we wrote this song as kind of my alter ego. What would have happened to that girl if she would have never left Pelahatchie, Mississippi? And I have this mischievous side of me,
Yeah.
so I can cause a little bit of trouble. So what would have happened to me if I would never have left?
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it sure is a rocking song.
Thank you. It was really fun to write, and I love to perform it. I really do.
Yeah, it's a great song. And so that one we're going to start hearing on the radio later this month. The single's going to be
The
released.
single's out.
The single's
Single's
out?
out, yes,
Good. So we'll listen for
absolutely.
that one. The album's coming out a little bit later next
Yes.
month. So again, just a reminder that you can get it here on QVC with that bonus disc.
Absolutely.
So you get 19 songs, including Blue. Now, Blue was your first big hit, and that was a song originally written for Patsy Cline, and she died before she could record it.
Correct.
And she's always been an idol of yours, I read. So how did that feel when you were 13 to be singing that?
You know, it is amazing. It really is, because I listened to her growing up. She was one of the very first people I ever listened to, and her control and her feeling. I mean, it was just, she's got such a great voice.
Yeah.
And, Bill Mack, who is this great radio disc jockey, legendary in the
Dallas.
States, and yes, and he wrote the song for her and kept it after she died in the plane crash for over 30 years.
Wow.
And he heard me sing one day, and he said, "This might work for you," and it just
sure
might.
did. It sure did.
Yeah, it really did.
Well, we're going to, again, hear that one only on the bonus disc. If you pick it up from QVC, you'll hear LeAnn's Blue, which, of course, won you your first couple of Grammys and
Yes.
Best New Artist and all that good stuff when you were just 13.
Yes, absolutely.
You ready to sing it for us?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's hear
do it.
Blue,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, as she's making her way over to center stage. Once again, reminder, this is a great place to get her brand new CD, Family. Here's Blue.
Oh, so lonesome for him. Why can't you be blue over me? Oh, so lonesome for him. Tears fill my eyes till I can't see. 3 o'clock in the morning, oh, here am I, sitting here so lonely, so lonesome I could cry. Oh, so lonesome for you. Why can't you be blue over me? Now that it's over, oh, I realized those sweet words you whispered, they're nothing but lies. Oh, so lonesome for him. Why can't you be blue over me? Why can't you be blue over me?
Blue, the song that got LeAnn Rimes to her first 2 Grammys, and over 2,200 of her new CD, Family, have already been ordered. So this is time to take a little break. So this is your time to run to the phones and order your exclusive edition of the dual disc Family from QVC. We'll be right back with more from LeAnn Rimes, but let's take a look at what else is coming up on QVC. Thank you, Sharon. All right, we are here live in Rising Sun. We're here at the Grand Victoria Casino Resort, which is right across the, I was going to say the street, but it's across the Ohio River from Cincinnati here in southeastern Indiana. And we're live with LeAnn Rimes. She's got a brand new CD coming out called Family. This is the first one where she's written all the songs herself, which is really exciting. And if you order it from QVC for under $20, you also get that 5-song bonus disc, which includes Blue, which you just heard, How Do I Live, another huge song from LeAnn, and this is a collectible because you can only get that dual disc version here on QVC. LeAnn, welcome again. You sound fabulous. Your voice just keeps getting better and better.
Thank you very much.
You know, you spent so much of your youth as a performer, and I know you get real tired of this question, but I just want to ask you anyway because it's the first time you've been here.
Yes.
Do you feel like, let me just ask you, what was real good about that and maybe not so good? What did you miss out on as a young girl?
Well, I mean, this is, when you start at such a young age like I did, I mean, you really, this is the norm. This is my normal life. So I really have known nothing different.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, did I miss out on the normal, like, prom thing, which everyone's always told me it was a horrible experience anyway, so I don't think I really missed out on much.
Usually you look back at the dress and think, how could I wear that?
Right, but I do that with my Grammy pictures. I'm like, what was I thinking? Yeah, the last 13 years of my life have been captured, you know, every moment. So yeah, it's been tough growing up in the public eye, and I feel like you're in a fishbowl sometimes, but I really like who I am now, and even with all of the tough times, I think it's made me who I am. It's made me a really strong woman, so I don't think I betrayed any of it.
Yeah, and we mentioned earlier, and if you tuned in late, we'll repeat, your parents really did raise you right, because you don't see crazy things about you in the tabloids or in any newspapers or anything. You just see accolades and what a great kid you are, and not even so much a kid anymore, but you're doing so well.
Thanks.
Do you, and along those lines, do you have any advice for maybe young performers that are starting out today on how to kind of keep it on track like you have?
Yeah, wear clothes, wear underwear.
Okay.
That would be a good one.
Good way to start. I agree.
No, I think for me, I really want, I think it's really about hard work, and you really have to love what you do, and it has to be more about the job and the fact that you love music or you love acting, and then it has to be about being a celebrity and your 15 minutes of fame.
Right.
It needs to really be about your love for your art, and I think that's what kept me going for so long, is that I never wanted to be famous. I just wanted to sing. That's what I love so much.
Well, we're getting ready to sing Pretty Things in a minute, and I wanted to ask you about that song. The first time I heard it, I pictured myself trying on my mom's high heels and her jewelry and everything, and it's a great song. Tell us about it.
This song I wrote kind of about my mom and my relationship, and it's really about, a coming of age in a way of, when the roles reverse sometimes, as when the mother all of a sudden becomes fragile as she's growing older, and you become the adult taking care of her. And I think my mom's biggest fear in life is that even though she raised me right, she did a great job with me, that she could have done better. And this is my way of saying, you've raised a really strong woman, and when you do leave this earth, I'll still be that strong woman that you left behind.
That's wonderful. What a great legacy.
Thank you.
Well, we're ready to hear it, so
Absolutely.
Let's sing Pretty Things.
Here
Thank you,
goes.
LeAnn,
All right.
and she's going to head over. This is another brand new song from her new album, Family, on QVC.
Mama's high heels, cherry lipstick, and a Goodwill dress. Play pretending, dance for the mirror. A fairy tale princess. Pretty things are yours to hold, my pretty things, soon you know. Pretty things you think you need, but that'll make it beautiful. Pretty things will drive you blind. Pretty things will fade in time. It's what's inside that makes you shine. My pretty thing. It's only natural. Tables turning, and gracefully I'll learn how to cradle I will make it beautiful. Pretty things will drive me blind. Pretty things will fade in time. It's what's inside that makes you shine. My pretty thing, selfless and faithful, as good as you should be. You're open and fearless. Oh, what a gift you give me. Oh, pretty things will come and go, my pretty things, soon you know. Pretty things you think you need, and I'll make you beautiful. Oh, pretty things will drive you blind. Pretty things will fade in time. What lives inside of you still shines. My pretty thing, you're my pretty thing. Oh, pretty thing.
F04117 is the item number. Thank you, LeAnn. We're going to continue with more from LeAnn Rimes, broadcasting live here on QVC from Rising Sun, Indiana, and her new CD, Family, right after this.
We laugh, we cry, we hurt or we bleed. We're best of friends and worst enemies. This is my family. Yeah, this is my family.
All right, we are back here live in Rising Sun, Indiana at the Grand Victoria Casino and Resort, where LeAnn Rimes is going to be performing a live concert later tonight. But she's been gracious enough to join us here at QVC for an hour this afternoon. Lucky you for tuning in. This is all about her new CD, Family. It's a special version here at QVC that you can pick up today. It's a dual disc, which includes the 14 original songs from LeAnn, plus a 5-song bonus disc, which you'll only get in that collectible version here. So if you're a LeAnn collector, this is the place to get it, because you get something nobody else has, which
Yes.
is always a good thing. All right, so let's chat about this wonderful man in your life. Now, you met him, he was a dancer?
Yes.
And you met him in 2000, kind of backstage. I want to hear the whole story
Well,
on that.
I was hosting the Academy of Country Music Awards, and Dean was one of the dancers I was working with that night. And he just, we had 3 days of rehearsal together, and he kept me laughing the whole time. I was really nervous because I was dancing and singing and hosting and doing the whole thing.
At
and
19.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was a baby. And I was actually 18 at the time when
Wow.
we met.
Okay.
And yeah, we just hit it off, and we exchanged numbers, and he actually gave me his number on a sweet card that said "keep in touch." I mean, it was very nice. It was a very gentlemanly thing to do. And yeah, we went on our first date a couple weeks later, and have been inseparable.
So you got married how long after you met?
9 months.
9
after we
months.
met.
Wow. So do you believe in love at first sight?
Oh, totally. Absolutely. and you just know. I mean, I was 19, and I thought people were going to, freak out about it. I was so afraid to tell my mother.
Yeah.
And I know she's watching right now. But I was so afraid to tell her. And but I think everybody just saw how great we were together and how much he loved me. And I just adore him. He's great.
You think about it, long time ago, 18, 19 was when everybody got
Right,
married. And
yeah.
it's because a long time ago, people were more mature at a younger age, which is exactly what you are.
Yeah,
were.
I mean, at 19, I was a totally different 19-year-old than most.
Right.
And I'd experienced a lot of life. And Dean and I both, I kind of feel, are very old souls and have experienced a lot of things and grown up very fast. And it was just right. I mean, obviously, it's almost been 6 years now. It's been great.
So what do you think are some of the must-haves in a successful relationship? Say, like a sense of humor? Or
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
the main thing
Okay.
is a sense of humor. He's hysterical. And, I've always been the very, organized one and having to have, I had a lot of responsibility at an early age. And he grew up with somewhat of a, fairly normal life. So he's always got this very very childlike sense of humor, and he's a great balance for me that way. And we laugh a lot together. I mean, we have a lot of fun, and we spend a lot of time together. He travels with me, and it's good. We don't, you know, we're that kind of couple that can spend a lot of time together and not kill each other. It's good.
Well, you said that you guys co-wrote a lot of the songs
We did.
together. How was that?
It was great working with him. We're very honest, and we allow ourselves to be very honest. You know, we don't take it personally, and if there's an idea that we're both not, you know, gelling on together, we just kind of move on and try something different. And yeah, but it's good. It's good to have him around. He's a great, you know, sense of feedback for me.
I'm going to ask you later on what you guys do if you ever have any spare time, what you like to do, but we'll save that for a minute. I just want to show you this again. This is the new CD from LeAnn. It's called Family. You get a dual disc if you order it from QVC for that introductory price of under $20. So order it now. We'll ship it to you on the release date. I believe that's October 8th. Yes. And you will get not only the 14 original songs from LeAnn and some from Dean as well, but also the 5 on the bonus disc, which includes some of your biggest hits. You have a song on the album called Good Friend and a Glass of Wine.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you about that and about what your friends are in your life.
My friends mean so much to me. They really are my extended family. And actually, Joanna, that's on stage with me today, kind of inspired this song.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, so this is for any woman out there who is, you know, needing to have a good time after a long day and needing some good girlfriend chat and a glass of wine.
All right.
So,
Sounds good. So let's hear it. Good
All
Friend
right.
and a Glass of Wine. Here comes LeAnn Rimes with Family.
I need a good friend. Who died and crowned me? Everybody's everything. I'm even busting my butt through the weekend. By the time I get home, there's not an ounce of sanity. Between the dogs, my mama's calls, is it against the law for me to get bored? I need a good friend and a glass of wine. Someone to say it's gonna be alright. A good friend and a glass of wine. That'll pick me up to get me through the night. Don't change and we never cry. The kind of love your money can't buy. Every now and then, every girl needs a good friend and a glass of wine. I don't need a jet off on a vacation for a week. Oh no. I'd be happy to have a happy hour. Any time and a Friday gets me right back on my feet. Yeah, any kind of red or white, a little sister time. It's indescribable secret. A good friend and a glass of wine. Someone to say it's gonna be alright. A good friend and a glass of wine. A little pick me up to get me through the night. Don't trash and we never cry. The kind of love that money can't buy. Every now and then, every girl needs a good friend and a glass of wine. Oh yeah. Good friend and a glass of wine. Someone to say it's gonna be alright. A good friend and a glass of wine. That'll pick me up to get me through the day. Some trash and we never cry. The kind of love your money can't buy. Every now and then, every girl needs. Every now and then, every girl needs a good friend and a glass of wine. A good friend and a glass of wine. So they know that every girl needs a good friend and a glass of wine.
Thank you, LeAnn. Good friend of a glass of wine. I can relate. I think every girl watching can relate to that song. And that's something else new from F04117, LeAnn's brand new CD called Family. And again, a reminder, and we're going to talk about this bonus disc here for a second. You get a bonus disc with this. We're calling this a dual disc, which you can only get on QVC. If you wait till after October 8th and go get this at the record store, you're going to find a great CD in here, but just the one. You will get two. It's a dual disc if you ordered from us for that great price of under $20. Let's talk about that bonus, because we already sang Blue. We talked about Blue a little bit. And by the way, she is going to sing How Do I Live before the end of this show. So we'll talk about that coming up as well. That is considered one of the 20 biggest records of all time.
Wow.
An amazing record. And that's saying a lot. It also holds the record for the most weeks on the Billboard Hot 100, which is huge. Let's talk about a couple of the other things. Weight of Love is on there, and doesn't Keith Urban do a guitar solo in that song?
Yes, he does. He actually plays guitar on that.
Was that from your last album?
It was. It was from this woman. It's one of my absolute favorite songs. I just love it. It's just, it's a really passionate song. So yeah, I'm so glad that we got to include it in this disc.
Yeah, that's really exciting. And again, that's on the bonus, so you won't get that unless you get it from us. I Fall to Pieces. Wow, I can't, I have never heard you sing that.
Oh, really?
And I know you're so big on Patsy Cline, and that was one of her big hits.
It is, and I did a classics album a few years ago, and that was one of the songs that was on it, and one of the covers. And yeah, I've grown up singing every single one of her songs, so one of my favorites.
She's amazing. Well, so are you, and you have the perfect voice for it.
Thanks.
And then you have actually, How Do I Live was written by Diane Warren, and then you have another Diane Warren song on the bonus.
Yes.
But I Do Love You. Tell us about that.
Yeah, But I Do Love You was a cut that is off of the Coyote Ugly soundtrack that I did a few years back.
In which movie she starred and played herself,
yes,
by the way.
Yes, I did. I got to dance on a bar at 17, so my mom was very happy that it was just, in the movie and not in real life. But yeah, I did all of the music for the Coyote Ugly soundtrack and had so much fun with that. Diane Warren wrote every single song for that soundtrack, and that's just one of them.
Yeah, that's
one of my favorites.
Those 5 are just on the bonus, which you get only here at QVC. So if you are, LeAnn Rimes collector, this is the one to get, because it's collectible, and it's some of your biggest hits plus all your new songs together. So it's really cool. Let's talk about some of the new songs. You've sung some of them. We've talked about a few others. The title track, Family. What's that all about?
Family is really very much about my life. I mean, it is a very personal song, but I have been through some very public ups and downs with my family, and I felt like for me it was for me and for everyone else, this is kind of a clarification song in a way of, hey, this is what we've been through, but we've come through it on the other side as a strong family, and they're my blood, and no matter what, I still love them. And I say that this song is for anybody out there who's really honestly willing to admit they have some kind of dysfunctional family. Because I mean, we all have it somewhere in our family.
We sure do.
And I really do believe that people can completely relate to the title track.
Yeah. Well, you've also got 2 duets, and I wanted to ask you about those, because you've got one with John Bon Jovi and another one with Reba McEntire.
Yes.
So are these 2 folks that you've always been a fan of and you've always wanted to sing with, or how'd that come about?
Yeah, Reba definitely was someone that I've always wanted to sing with. She was one of the very first people I listened to, and I watched her on stage going, I want to do that,
Yeah.
And I've had so many opportunities to work with her, and she called for me to do a duet with her on her duet record, and I said, yeah, absolutely. I jumped at the chance. So just loved working with her. And then John and all the guys in the band are just so wonderful, and we have the same producer, Dan Huff, and Dan called one day and said they have this song that they'd like for you to listen to, and I love the song, and our voices sound really good together. There's this he's got that kind of rock, very gruff voice, and I have this pretty, kind of soulful voice, so they sound really good together. I'm proud of both of the duets.
Oh, and besides that, he's really good looking.
Yeah, he is. He looks great.
Just a little bonus.
He really does. I've had so many women that are so jealous that I got to, sing with him.
Well, Bon Jovi actually performed on QVC before, too, which
really?
is kind of good.
He's a doll.
All comes around.
He's a doll.
So, again, to remind everybody, what we're talking about is the new CD, Family, from LeAnn. It's coming out October 8th. It'll ship to you. This is an advance purchase today, advance order. If you get it for under $20 here at QVC, you also get a 5-track bonus disc, which we just talked about, plus all the great 14 new songs from LeAnn, including those 2 duets, including Family, including the song she's been performing, and many others which we haven't yet had a chance to talk about. So we're going to come back. You're going to sing some more.
Absolutely.
And we need to run back to Studio Park. Right, Jen? All right, we're going to check in and see what's going on back there in the Philadelphia area. Hey, guys.
Just kind of roll with it.
We're talking about doing live TV. Never a dull moment. If you could see what happens when we go away from the live shot, everyone's running around and doing everything. And they have to do a lot more to my face than they do to hers, so that takes a while. All right, so let's talk about Dean for another second. You guys lived in LA like I did for a long time, and then you just moved, what, 2 years ago to Nashville?
Actually, almost 5 years ago now.
So why'd you move, and do you like it better?
I do. I love it. We wanted to get away from, I think, the whole business side of things. And even though there's, music in Nashville and there's the business around, I feel like we can kind of get away from it a little bit more. And it was people, we had photographers following us and people running through, going through our trash. And it's just not the way I want to raise kids one day. And we just decided we needed to move somewhere a little bit quieter.
And I find this, I've got family in the South too, and you're from the South. People in the South are so nice.
Yeah,
Plus,
absolutely. I missed
you're
it.
kind of surrounded by the country music industry there too, so
Absolutely.
feel like
I mean,
family all over.
There's great. I mean, we live in the best town for music, and I really, my family's around, Dean's family's around, and it's a good place to live.
And I hear you've written, in the past, you've written 3 children's books, which is something else people might not even know about you. I don't know when you had time to do that, but that's pretty cool.
Dean and I co-wrote the books together. Jag and Jag's New Friend were the 2 that were out. We finished a 3rd one that will hopefully be out soon. But they're so much fun. I just love doing it. And it all started with just an idea of, hey, we want to write a book for maybe our child one day as just for fun. And then they got published, and it was really fun. I love it.
That's great. Well, I want to ask you more about kids, but let's talk about the song you're going to sing now. It's called What I Cannot Change.
This song is such a gift. I wrote this with my very good friend Daryl Brown, and we wrote this on a really tough day I was having, and we honestly, the verses are what came out of my mouth that day, and the chorus is, I guess, my version of the Serenity Prayer in a way, and I truly believe every single person has experienced this in their life or some part of it, and it touches me to see people that are moved by it. I've been moved to tears many times on my show, just seeing people, how deeply they're touched by it. So it's an incredible song. I'm so proud of it. I really am.
All right, well, let's hear it. This is again
absolutely.
from Family, from LeAnn Rhymes. She's going to sing for us live. This is What I Cannot Change.
I know what makes me comfortable, and I know what makes me tick. And when I need to get in my way, I know how to pour it on thick. You're cream and sugar in my coffee, right away when I awake. I face the day and pray to God I won't make the same mistakes. Oh, the rest is out of my hands. I've learned to let go what I cannot change. I've learned to forgive what I cannot change. I've learned to love what I cannot change. But I will change, I will change whenever I can. I don't know my father or my mother well enough. It seems like every time we talk, we can't get past a little stuff. Pain is self-inflicted. I know it's not good for my health, but it's easier to please the world than it is to please myself. Oh, the rest is out of my hands. I've learned to let go what I cannot change. I've learned to forgive what I cannot change. I've learned to love what I cannot change. But I will change, I will change whenever I can. Right now I can't care about how everyone else will feel.
from LeAnn Rimes, part of her new collection called Family. And of course, you can see why just hearing your voice is so clear and so beautiful. You've been singing since you were just a little girl, and it keeps getting better. And you know, you've crossed over all the boundaries of different formats, and you know, pop music and country music and Christian music. I mean, everybody just loves your voice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
We only have a couple more minutes to talk. You're going to sing "How Do I Live," and I want to ask you about that. But just a couple of quick questions. Say you and Dean have a free night. What do? You go to the movies? What do you like to do?
We usually end up at a friend's house, or either they end up at our house cooking and having a glass of wine and just hanging out. You know, I'm on the road so much, and my friends mean so much to me, and I miss them so much when I'm gone. So when we're at home, that's all we do. We just hang out with friends. We have 7 dogs and 2 cats, so we hang out with our animals, and it's very, very normal. I love it.
Oh my gosh. First person that's ever been on the air with me that also has 7 dogs. You and
you
me.
Have 7 dogs?
Love you. I knew I loved
Perfect.
you. Pet person. Okay, good girl. All right, next.
Yes.
Do you have any upcoming projects we can look forward to beyond the new album?
Beyond the new album, I'm going to be on tour, so you can catch me somewhere within the next, year on tour. We'll be continuing the tour, and actually have a movie that I was just involved in, an independent film called Good Intentions, and my first role where I'm not playing myself, which was so much fun. So hopefully you'll be seeing that next year.
Excellent. We'll look forward to that as well.
Thank you.
So in our last, maybe minute or so, do you have any message for your fans? I know sometimes, you don't really get a chance to say back to them what you'd like to say, and I always like to give you an opportunity because they love you so much.
They do. I've been so blessed for so long to have so many incredible fans that have followed my career, and I've really gotten to know them. They've been really a part of my family. That's why I'm so proud of this record. I feel like I didn't write these songs only for me as therapy, but I also wrote them for everybody out there who's gone through these things. I know I'm not the only one that feels this way, and it's a lot of fun. It was so much fun to write, and like I said, I wrote it for them as much as I did me, and I'm just so happy I'm really sharing my heart and soul with everyone on this album.
I can't wait for everybody to hear this, and if you are among the over 100 brand new shoppers on QVC. It's the first thing they ever bought from us. Thank you so much. Over 5,000 of these gone, and we want to invite you to dial in because this is your opportunity to pick up that special dual disc version of Family, which will not be available in stores. It's only available right here on QVC with that 5-track bonus disc, including the song LeAnn is about to sing, which, would you say it's your biggest hit?
I definitely think
so,
yeah.
I mean, this song is one of the top 20 songs of all time, and that I've read on several different, like Billboard and several different charts. They all agree. It's a great song written by Diane Warren, and does it mean different things to you now when you sing it than when you were 14?
I think all of them do. You know, when you start so young, you don't really realize like what Blue and How Do I Live and Can't Fight the Moonlight. I mean, all of these songs you don't realize. Most people only have like maybe one career song in their lifetime. I've been so blessed to have so many, and I really realize now at 25 like what it means. You know, so yeah, they do kind of take on a whole different thing when you get my age now.
Well, it's been so awesome having you here.
Thank you.
This hour flew by, as I knew it would.
Thank you for having
me. So
me.
we wish you the best of luck on your new tour with the new CD. Not that you need it, and come back and spend some more time with us on QVC,
Absolutely,
will you?
I would love to.
All right. So thank you, honey. I'll give you a hug
Nice
because I
to
love
see
you.
you. Mwah.
All right. LeAnn Rimes, everybody, stay on the lines for Family, and here she is with a huge song called How Do I Live?
How do I get through one night without you? If I had to live without you, what kind of life would that be? Oh, I need you and my arms need you to hold. You're my world, my heart, and my soul. If you ever leave, but baby, you will take away everything good in my life. And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want to know, how do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive? How do I live without you? No. be no world